Will Lutz set to kick off Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at the offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. A gain of 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
The Titans' 31-yard line.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the 6-yard line.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mahomes firing complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. From the 24, Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
6 yards to go.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Cousins. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
To Christian McCaffrey.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Cousins again. That's complete right around the 8. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
McCaffrey. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
This dude is
Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little
can't
bit.
stop
and try to get
nobody.
back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own 24.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6. At the 29-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
Now here's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Gonna take a shot.
No.
For Gallup. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
I did not want to hit that.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense.
Wow.
He's the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
Halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Titans.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Here's Cousins. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Zach Ertz. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
4th down.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins able to connect with Mims. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards the pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
It's nothing.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
At the 16-yard line.
Cousins. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Zach Ertz. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Blankenship set to kick off.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. That interception the last go-around when they were out there. 4 turnovers now for this unit. Pretty impressive.
And how happy are they to actually run back on the field? Most of the time, defenses want to get off the field. But when you picked off 4 passes,
they want to stay out.
They want to stay out there and not just pad their stats, but really give themselves a game to remember and a game to play off of the rest of the season.
And they'll be looking for turnover number 5 now. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught.
Can nobody cover somebody?
Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. What a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Caught by the tight end.
What?
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here.
How is that not an interception?
Very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the Texans are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
And goal to go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 height.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. Come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he seemed to look like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
This is brought in at the 21. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Right there. 54, right there.
Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kirk Cousins sacked. Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Come on.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Yeah, I did not want to throw that. I thought I was past.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Oh, of course.
Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Of course. Turf toe.
Linebackers making plays on the scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Brother.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And to the 40.
Of course, now that I figure out the defense to stop them, it's too late.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there.
Bro, what you tackling him for? Turn around.
Pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the
Good
hit.
grief.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Thank you. Give me a call, man. Good
Take the
grief.
yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run it here with Gordon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. That'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
You're going slow clap on me.
Very nice on offense. It's
Shut
been a
up.
struggle. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Not really be glad I didn't figure this out 3 quarters
This game
ago.
comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?